Hey guys, welcome to Tech Trix, and we're here with a Hamster Kombat update. And it seems like it could be a pretty big update, only because not that you have to do a lot today for it, but the implications for it. So basically, if you go to the upper left and you go to the buy skin where your account is here, okay, we got the skins over here, but up at the top we got the achievements. And then we see all here. So click on see all. And here we see something new, right? So basically, it seems like what they're doing is they're trying to organize all your achievements or the things you can do in the game in a certain way. Now, before we get into the details here, I just want to let you know the overall implications of this feature. If I were a developer of a game, the reason I would do this is to basically organize people's stats. Okay, and why do we organize? To actually do something with these achievements. You see what I'm getting at? I feel like we're getting close to a point where they're trying to figure out how much rewards or airdrops they want to give to certain people. Therefore, they need to find a mathematical formula or some kind of logic to reward people for certain things. Now, before, we know we got the profit per hour and we got the total coins mined and all that, but I feel like that's so basic and generic that just going by that, people might be like, well, I did this and I did that. I spent all this time doing this. I think here they're trying to take care of pretty much everything that takes time to do in the game, and they are basically numerically assigning values to what you're doing. So for example, in the first row here, upgrade cards. Okay, these are all the cards that are upgraded, and they're basically listing how many you've done, right? So when you've done 10, this one will light up, and then 25, this one, and then 50, and when I do 200, that will light up. So this is your progress meter basically. So what I would assume is, for example, and this is a rough example, I don't work for Hamster. I don't, Hamster Kombat has nothing to do with my videos. This is a totally independent assessment of what's going on. So don't think that I have some inside info and I'm trying to leak it out. This is totally my opinion. Okay, Hamster Kombat has not endorsed or told me anything in this manner. So basically, if you go to upgrade cards, over here, let's say, for example, they're giving airdrops tomorrow. Okay, they can look at this and go, okay, for anyone who has just 10 cards, we're going to airdrop them one token. Okay, and then if they've done 25, we'll drop them 3 tokens, and for 50, we'll drop them 10 tokens, and then for here, 25 tokens, and for 500, we'll drop them 100 tokens. So you see how the reward is going to match basically your achievement in each category. And that could be the same thing as you go down the list. They probably already have a formula. This is probably why they've already done this in this way. So basically what they're doing is they have accountability now, some kind of logical accountability. So basically from here, what they're saying is we are giving you exactly what you've done in this game, okay? And we will reward you for what you have done. And if you haven't done much, or if you've only done one thing, well, guess what? That's not enough for you to get paid. Okay. So overall, in the macro sense, I think this is a very good sign. Okay. I don't think any developer would be putting effort into this just to organize and put an extra feature in unless they're trying to reward us. Okay. So what I'm saying is the possibility of their rugging us after all this is pretty low. I understand that they're monetizing from ads and all that from that silly bike game and all this and that. But in this game alone, I don't remember if I've actually seen an ad. You guys let me know if you have, but I can't remember any. I know we've seen the videos, okay, and maybe they're monetizing the videos that they've made. But otherwise, within the game, I haven't seen an ad from a third party. So our actions here are not really giving them any money. They're getting money from external sources, okay? So for here, let's just go down the list so we are clear on what they're looking for. So again, upgrade cars are pretty simple. So basically, make sure, again, you upgrade the cars that are the most efficient ROI first, okay? Don't just go for the most expensive. Don't go for the cheapest. Look for the efficiency. Do the math. Okay. And then we got upgrade cards to level 15. So some people have said in the past that you want to upgrade all the cards to at least level 15 to see the real benefits. Now, numerically, I haven't actually seen proof of that. So I think that may just be a random number that they've chosen. But I don't know, from Hamster Kombat's end, maybe they've done some calculations and said if these guys all get to level 15, they will have a PPH of a certain number, and then that will be significant for some reason. But remember, I've done a video and I've told you about going up to, Grandmaster and, Lord and up there. And basically, if that were true, I'm not really sure how that would help me, because again, I've done the math to get the most efficient way to get to Lord. And I can't see the upgrade every card to 15 being part of that strategy. It just, unless you started this game really early, maybe that's different. But I only started a couple of weeks ago. So it's just not in the math. So you can take that as you will. Then we got the level 25, which, I don't know. I mean, some of my highest cards at level 17, maybe 18. I'm trying to save money to get to Lord. I just don't see this happening. So this is literally for people, who are either already Lord or they're above Lord and maybe even heading towards creator level. So this one, I'm not sure how many people are actually going to get. But again, think about it. If you get these cards here, they may give like 1,000 tokens for one card, 5,000 tokens for 5 cards, massive tokens. And they can say, literally, it's going to make them look good. You know why? They're going to have a list. Okay? Again, this is my opinion, right? They're going to have a list. And it's going to say Hamster Kombat airdrop rewards or reward legend or sheet or calculation. Okay? And they're going to show you that if you had gotten 50 to level 25, okay, you would have gotten 1 million hamster tokens, something like that. Okay, so this is kind of a trick in psychology as well. There are a lot of achievement-based marketers out there and other people in sales. What they do is they try to tell you what you can get at the end for a certain amount of work, okay? But sometimes that work is either really tough or literally inachievable for you. But it's like saying, oh, if you go play the lotto, you can win $1 billion this week on Powerball. Okay, so that motivates more people than ever to go buy, right? It's been proven that when the amount goes over 500 million, 750 million, a billion, the sales skyrocket. And why is that? Most people are not stupid enough to think that they're actually going to win at a high percentage. They know they're going to lose, but they still do it anyway because the reward is so great. So even here, it's like they'll say, oh, the 50 cards for the 25 is like 1 billion tokens. But see, the developers know there's no chance you're going to get that. But that whole marketing scheme of you can win up to 1 billion in airdrops. See what I mean? You can actually maybe fall for that and go, ooh, I'm going to try anyway. But then maybe I'll get a little less. See how it trickles down? Again, I'm not saying this is some kind of scam or, a bad way to market. It's just the way it is. It is just the way people do it. Okay, that's just reality. And I don't mind it because if you're smart enough, you know what's the reality. You know where you should be. And then we just hope that we get enough tokens later that's maybe worth, a couple $100 or a few $100. And then we'll see if, the price goes down or up. And then maybe hold on for the long term and see what happens, what they have in stock. But they're making so many games. I don't really know if Hamster Kombat has a long-term goal, honestly. I mean, what can they really do with it? I guess they can do another offshoot game or something, but it's not exactly Call of Duty, if you know what I mean. Okay, next one, collect coins. Now, this is literally, I assume, the amount of total coins you've collected, not the ones in your bank right now, which is how you advance levels. But I think this is actually how many tokens coins you've collected over your whole career. Okay, so here, I mean, I don't know about this though. This is pretty big jumps. You know what I mean? So as you see, they're trying to nurture you in. Easy, not so bad, kind of okay, and then whoa, like 1.5 billion. I mean, each stage takes so much longer. And 15 billion, again, that's like, almost creator level. You're going to have to be an experienced lord to be even going. But again, this is going to be worth like, maybe 100,000, hamster tokens or whatever. And then people are going to look at it and go, ooh, I could have been there, So, okay. And next is invite friends. Now, this might be a hard thing for a lot of people And you know how it is to invite people. It's just like a MLM marketing, right? Multi-level marketing. You can go and try to invite people, but if they don't sign up or they don't actually play, it doesn't really matter. So at the end of here, I think you got to find other ways to get more friends, or go on Facebook or something and groups and things like that. You got to be creative or find services. I'm not going to get into all that because that's not really ethical. But find services that may help you out, things like that. But here, I mean, 100 friends again, like I don't know, I mean, unless you're a huge influencer, who's doing like a gaming channel specifically, getting 100 or 50 friends, that may be again pretty tough. Okay. Unlock skins. This is a thing though. I haven't heard of any direct benefit to unlocking skins. Okay. And that was in the previous page, I think, right? Unlock skins. Where'd it go? Right there, skins. Okay. Getting the stuff, I'm not really sure. I mean, that's a million there. Are they all a million? These are all a million suggested. And they go to all. Are they all a million? Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. I mean, a million each. So basically, oh, these are more for basically no reason, 10 million. Basically these aren't more expensive because of any reason at all. It's just because they say so. What about down here? Ooh, 500 million. 500 million. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, meaningless. But where there is meaning is, again, getting these upgrade cards and achievements, right? Unlock skins, 50 skins. So I assume 50 is like basically all the skins. So we're talking what? Probably over a billion coins or 1.5 billion coins again. That you have to 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion comes up a lot. That you have to spend to get this, among all the other things you have to buy, like the cars that might be actually important. So as you can see, I haven't even bought one skin yet. That was at that one default skin, I think. But I will have at least 5. I'll tell you that. But I'm just not sure when I'm going to get it. I don't feel any motivation to get that right now. This is something where I feel like if they announce the airdrop and they haven't given it out yet, I would rush to spend like as much money to get up, because this is just money, right? This is not achievement based at all. So if I had like a billion coins, I would just go and probably just get up to 10 skins right away. That's the easiest way to get to level 3 here, right? So why not? Because I feel like all these would pretty much move up at the same rate for the rewards. Profit per hour, we all know PPH. I mean, everybody said how important that was, but in this case, under achievements, somehow it's not even first on the list. It's just one of the achievements. So I'm not sure if they changed their mind or whatever, but we're going to assume that PPH is still important. So still work on your profit per hour, get the cards, and keep moving it up, unless you're like me and you're trying to really get to, Grandmaster or Lord quickly. But that's your choice, right? That's your strategy. Watch hamster YouTube videos. Now this is kind of curious, because if you play the game, I'm not sure why you would not watch the videos, because it's only like 2 or 3 minutes. Now it's like 5 minutes, I think, actually. But it's right here. So, just watch them, or leave them on or something. You don't have to watch there's no test, right? So just leave on the video and whatever, I mean, I don't think I've watched a whole video by full except for the first few. And that's not telling you not to watch it, but it's just kind of generic facts, like the trading charts. I mean, if you're like a good trader, you're not going to learn anything from it. But if you don't know how to trade, you may learn something. So it's up to you again, All right, let's get back to the area here, and there's only a couple more. Okay, my friends, unlock skins, profit per hour, hamster, and the last one, subscribe to Hamster TG. Okay, well, I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, you can't turn back time on that. You've already signed up. So hopefully you did. So I think this is just to get people to sign up, even if they'll get the 10 or 30-day thing. They're just trying to get people to sign up ASAP. Okay, 200 days. What am I, about 2 weeks now? So 30 days? No, I don't think. Yeah, I think that's still gray, right? That looks gray. So I guess I get the 30 days, maybe 60 days. I don't know about the 100 days, but I guess we'll see. We don't know if there is an end date to this achievement, right? Look, there's no date or anything. We don't know. So just leave it out here. So for them, they have no motivation to tell us exactly when it's ending. Why? Because this has like the most users of any game in the world, right? They're doing well. They're getting engagement. The YouTube guys, are getting like thousands of hits from it. So it's a win-win for them in all their venues. So there's no reason for them to give a due date or whatever. I think they're actually going to try to drag this out a little bit longer. I'm not really sure how their revenue model is for this current state right now, but I'm sure it can't really hurt the hamster coin value. But there's really no reason to cut it off at this moment because they're still adding new stuff. And if you look in their timeline, you will see that they're still holding out to add a couple of more things. I forget what they are. So we're not exactly at that, down the stretch moment here yet. So let's see what happens and just work on these achievements and do as much as you can. But, remember the life outside of games. Don't forget to, feed your kids and, feed your dog and, do your work. So anyway, okay. So thanks for watching and see you next time.